Let's give it up for words! Words are great, you can do so much with them. If not for words, we wouldn't have the hit DS game Scribblenauts, the hit sequel to the hit DS game Super Scribblenauts, and the best one. Scribblenauts Unlimited is the third entry in the puzzle sandbox series where whatever you write comes to life. I had the Wii U version as a kid, and I ate it up. I daydream about being in the shoes of Maxwell, the protagonist, and having my own super notebook. I wanted to be able to create anything too, and solve every problem in my life with just a few words on a page. And now I can! Don't ask me how, but I managed to get my hands on Maxwell's notebook. I can hardly control myself with this much power in my hands. Don't worry though, I know exactly how I'm going to utilize it to benefit myself and society as a whole. Mostly myself. When I play games for the Remember series, I try to look at them through two lenses. The first perspective is that of a player at the time of the game's release, what they thought of the presentation and gameplay innovations then, and why they formed a personal connection to the game at the time. The second perspective is that of a gamer today, their thoughts on how the game aged and whether the things that made the game special still hold true years later. I find it fascinating to peel back the nostalgia filters and examine what exactly made these experiences so timeless, or in some cases, not so much. Well anyways, Scribblenauts Unlimited is still a banger, baby! Yes sir! 10 years since release and it's still a 10 out of 10. Bonafide masterpiece! Unlimited added so much to the Scribblenauts franchise that it almost makes the first two games obsolete. Don't get me wrong, the first two games in the series are still heat, but they're cooking with charcoal, while Unlimited is cooking with straight gas. You got HD graphics, a big old world map, more creative missions, more Easter eggs, multiplayer. Developers Fifth Cell promised that Unlimited would be the biggest and best Scribblenauts game yet, and it delivered on basically every front. It's apparent right from the start when you're presented with an actual story, with animated cutscenes, and voice acting, and questionable parenting. Renowned treasure hunters Edgar and Julie turned from rivals to lovers, settled down, and had slightly more kids than the average household. Each of Edgar and Julie's kids were given one of their treasures, with Maxwell receiving the iconic magic notebook. He immediately uses it to cause mischief by pranking an old man that clearly cannot be trusted. Why are kids so dumb? As a result, Maxwell's sister Lily is cursed to slowly turn to stone, and the only way to save her is by doing good deeds and collecting the starites that spawn from people's feelings of gratitude. It's a very simple plot, fitting of a game tailored for kids, as in there's a lot of shark jumping, but it does a succinct job of contextualizing long-standing series traditions like the origins of Maxwell's notebook and how starites are formed. It also helps us get out of the family farm tutorial area and into the big world ahead of us, which we're able to travel across using Lily's treasure, a globe that can teleport the user anywhere in the world. Gee, Maxwell, why do you get to use two family treasures? I mean, can Lily even stop him? Now about that big wide world, I love it. I love this goofy world of grammar puns, capital city, the underline, thesaurus park, vowelcano. The world of Scribblenauts Unlimited is charming and whimsical and is also a perfect illustration of the series' evolution. Instead of a bunch of unrelated levels grouped together like in the previous games, levels are now giant sandboxes themselves, featuring a dozen or so NPCs who will reward you with a starite shard for creating a single specific object. Create a new water fountain for the city, place any object. Yo Goku, I got a favor to ask. Just sit there. There's also meteor missions within each sandbox that are more akin to the levels that you saw in Scribblenauts and Super Scribblenauts, where you have to complete multiple tasks in a row to earn a full starite. This new level layout feels way more natural than the grab bag of assorted levels in the previous games. Each sandbox is interconnected, allowing for easy travel between the levels and making the world of Scribblenauts feel more organic and more cohesive than ever before. The full starite missions themselves are as fun and lighthearted as usual. Scribblenauts games are not supposed to be very difficult, as the methods you take to reach your destination is what makes the experience fun. We're running out of ammo. Throw something in the cannon. Alright, how about an entire child? But as cool as all these new levels are, some of my fondest memories of Scribblenauts was just messing around in the sandboxes, creating whatever I wanted. And Unlimited does an excellent job of giving its players even more freedom to commit war crimes. The sandboxes are bigger than ever before, with more unique terrain and multiple platforms, plus you can fit dozens of objects on screen now. Also, there's an actual main menu now, which means the giant start button is no longer in the way of your fun. The sandboxes in Unlimited unfortunately don't have much destructible terrain, but that's about the only gripe that I have have with a sandbox mode. Hell, most of my gripes with this game as a whole are just minor things, like some bugs specific to the PC version, or how some mission props clearly shouldn't be destructible but are, making it possible to softlock yourself in some missions. But no matter how you slice it, Scribblenauts Unlimited is just a jolly old time. Whether you're meticulously planning the silliest way to complete a mission or creating abominations to mankind in the sandboxes, I can guarantee that Unlimited will be worth your while. I mean, you can quite literally create anything, except for... Hold it! There's a loophole for that.
There's a loophole for that?
Yes, sir. By utilizing the notebook to infinitely generate dollar bills, he is able to create a money-making machine that cannot be regulated.
What do you mean, can't be regulated? Why isn't law enforcement getting involved?
It's literally impossible for any living being to infiltrate his headquarters.
That's a load of nonsense. Just take me there right now. I'll knock some sense into him. Nobody messes with glorious capitalism under my watch.
Oh, okay, goddamn.
Hey, remember when I said that you couldn't create copyrighted stuff in Scribblenauts Unlimited? I lied. Okay, technically I didn't, but it's kind of a workaround. Scribblenauts Unlimited introduces the Object Editor, a feature that allows you to challenge God. The orphan's pretty shaken up. She needs something to help calm her down. Don't worry, I got just the thing. Kids love cats, right? See? Being able to create your own custom objects is an absolute game changer, not only because it allows you to dance around copyright, but it massively expands the possibility of what you can create in Scribblenauts. The object editor fundamentally alters the game to be even sillier than it already is, and I adore it. It is hilarious to see yours and other people's creations wreak havoc or solve a problem that they clearly shouldn't be able to. Play something to inspire me on the wooden platform. Who else but the great Papyrus? Here you go. Wait, I don't think Papyrus is the statue. Yep. I'd also like to give a shout out to the Wii U version again, because the touchscreen feels tailor-made for the object creator. Also probably feels really good on the Switch version, but I don't know, I don't have that version. Anyways, custom objects rock. They foster community interaction and were the logical next step in a series that strives for creativity. They're super cool, and another reason why Scribblenauts Unlimited is the greatest game ever made of all time, and blah 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 yada yada yada. Listen, I've been saying this game's praises for the past 7 minutes. I've also already brought up all my gripes with the game, so let me just explain something else instead. Why exactly is Scribblenauts Unlimited still a great experience even over a decade later?
How the heck are we supposed to get in there? You're right, it's literally impossible.
Sir? The back door is open.
What do you think you're doing?
Stacking paper, how about you?
Coming here to stop you. Your infinite money generator is threatening to destroy the entire world's economy. And I need that thing to stay together, so I can make money.
Do you seriously think I'm gonna spend it all at once? Hell no, dude, I'm gonna be frugal and responsible.
So what?
You know, I've been thinking about investing in bonds, particularly government bonds, since they're reliably backed and thus are safe investments. Index funds are also a reliable way to invest if you want to invest in multiple bonds and stocks without needing to individually monitor each one.
What about crypto?
Hold on, the Google results page is still loading.
What's this button do?
Wait, don't press that! Scribblenauts Unlimited is a good game, but it excels at what it does in a way that makes it a truly timeless game. Part of that is because the game's 2D HD art style has aged beautifully. It looks just as great as it did back in 2012, and thanks to the art style, it probably will stay that way for a long time. The upbeat soundtrack that's characteristic of the series also fits seamlessly into any era of gaming. The object editor also allows for a never-ending supply of community-created content. People are still creating amazing custom objects over a decade later, which is heartwarming to see. Even the finer details of the game, things you wouldn't necessarily think about, help make Scribblenauts Unlimited enjoyable regardless of the current calendar day. Many of the game's missions involve everyday tasks that are relatable to audiences of any age, and the game's slapstick situational humor means that anyone can get a laugh from it. The Yeti is angry, deal with him. Alright, sure thing. Let me go talk to him real quick. Hey, big guy. I don't know what else I expected. No matter your age, your experience with gaming, or even your level of creativity, you can still have fun with Scribblenauts Unlimited. Yeah, I know the game is made for kids, it says it right in the final cutscene.
So kids, remember to always treat others as you would like to be treated.
But you don't need to be in diapers to create and enjoy weapons of mass destruction. All you need is a basic understanding of language and about 12 hours of free time. I had just as much fun with this silly little game in the year 2012 as I did in the year 2023. It's a testament to not just Scribblenauts Unlimited's timelessness, but how our ability to solve problems still requires work even as we grow older. Save the lobsters, fool the fishermen by filling their trap with something else to eat. How about a banana phone? Unfortunately, the banana phone does not have the properties of a banana. Alright, let's take the banana phone out then. I don't know, maybe. You already know the answer to this question, so instead, let me tell you all about Unlimited's multiple different versions, their differences, and the sequels. The game is available on almost every 8th generation platform under the sun: PS4, Xbox, Wii U, and Switch. It's also available on Steam, 3DS, and even mobile phones. However, the iOS, Android, and 3DS versions don't have the object editor and therefore no custom objects. I don't recommend playing any of these versions, not only because they lack content compared to their console counterparts, but because the mobile ports only work on phones made in the year 1885. The multiplayer mode, which allows a local second player to take control of an object on screen, is exclusive to the console versions as well. Having couch co-op is nice, and the Wii U and Switch versions in particular feature exclusive Nintendo-themed objects you can create. However, I stand by the fact that the Steam version is the best one because the Steam Workshop. What else is there? Here's a Wii U exclusive area. Anyways, if you have your own fond memories of Scribblenauts Unlimited or the franchise as a whole, please tell me in the comments below. If you disagree with me about something, you know where to type. If your sister was also turned to stone by a wizard with questionable parenting skills, I'm all ears. Now please, enjoy this short montage of funny clips from my playthrough. The fireman is almost ready to head out. Give him a tool. Wait. You can't just drive off with him. Cancer. Give us something to throw over the net that isn't a ball. A pipe bomb. Let's go, it works. This is like hot potato, but whoever is the hot potato just dies. So, I lost everything. All of my money, the infinite money generator, and even the notebook was incinerated. Somehow though, every living being survived. But anyways, I'm broke now, so I gotta start being more frugal. I guess I can start off by cutting back on my disposables. Like plates.